Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hardy. Can you please tell me your full name?
My full name is but you.
And what should I call you?
You can call me you for short.
Yeah. Sure. Can I see your identification, please? Thank you. In the first part of the interview, I am going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's start by talking about your neighborhood. Do you like the neighborhood you live in?
Definitely. I have to admit that I adore my neighborhood. Although it's relatively small, it's quite convenient. There are a number of modern buildings like hospitals, schools, and other places of interest, which not only helps the inhabitants here in work, but it also gives them the opportunities to relax, like catching a flick with their buddies or hanging out with their families at the weekends.
What do you do in your neighborhood in your free time?
I'm not a social butterfly, and I'm now a high school student, so to be honest, I do not have much free time. But whenever I have spare time, I'd rather spend that time alone. So reading books or listening to my favorite tunes really appeals to me.
Why?
Because I'm not, as I have mentioned before, I do not have much free time, and I'm kind of an extrovert, so I like to spend my time alone.
What new things would you like to have in your neighborhood? Why?
Although, as I have mentioned before, I'm quite satisfied with my neighborhood, but I think the authorities should raise funds and invest on a communal place for everyone. For example, they can build a small natural park so that everyone can go there and do exercise in the morning.
Would you like to live in another neighborhood? Why? Why not?
Yes, that's a bit of a tough question because I have never thought of that before. Actually, I live far from my school, and it usually takes me 30 minutes or so to get there, and I always have to get up at 5 a.m. to prepare for my school. If possible, I wish I could live in an area which can make my commute to school much easier.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to plan, and what you're going to say, and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
So there's your paper and pencil. And this is your topic. So I'd like you to describe a website you have bought something from. Okay, now you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Could you please start speaking now?
The website that I would like to tell about is really dominant throughout Vietnam recently. It's called TRUNG. Everyone regards it as one of the most renowned online shoppings in Vietnam right now. And the main reasons for its popularity lie under the high quality products and reasonable prices, which can attract people of all ages and all walks of life. I came across this website while I was trying to purchase a present for my mother's birthday, and all of a sudden I realized that I could always get a real bargain here. With just a mouse click, the customers can get information of thousands of products. And in addition, is the golden era of mobile devices. So needless to say, getting access to this website is not a big deal to everyone. And shopping online, therefore, is on the fingertips. After that, I have bought a huge amount of books and school supplies from Tiki. Especially Tiki never fails to meet my expectations because all of the things I ordered from Tiki were wrapped in paper and put in a box in a careful way, which is really impressive. And I have to say that I'm now a big fan of Tiki due to its convenience and comfort. Also, the staff here are really friendly, kind of enthusiastic, and they're always energized.
Thank you very much. Could you please give me back both things? Thank you. Okay, now, what kind of things do people in your country often buy from online shops?
Buying things from the internet has been becoming more and more popular in Vietnam recently, and I think the majority of Vietnamese often spend their money on foods, clothes, and medical products. And due to its convenience, I think it will continue. I think more and more people will choose to shop this way, and it will continue into the future.
So why has it become so popular in many countries?
I think there is an abundance of reasons that online shopping has become a popular trend, but I will mention a few specific ones. Firstly, it makes our life much easier if your products are delivered directly to our door, especially in the busy modern lifestyle. And I think it will only continue to increase in the future as more people feel safe to buy online, and online shops can make it easier to purchase this way. And in the future, as our life are only going to become easier, so I think more and more people will choose to shop this way.
What are some possible disadvantages of buying things from online shops?
There certainly are some. Firstly, buying clothes can be a problem. When you go into a shop, you have to check what you are buying fits you or suits you, and which is obviously not possible to do it online. And shopping doesn't become hassle if you have to send something back in the post, right? And in addition, another disadvantage is the security when you have to give your bank details to the people you don't know. And lastly, the online shopping also have a negative impact on the society as a whole, because if people are not going out to shop in the local town, a lot of local store and businesses will be destroyed.
Speaking of that, do you agree that the prices of all goods should be lower on the internet than in shops?
I think my overview on the matter is that the prices of goods sold on the internet should be lower compared to things from brick and mortar shops. Because let's imagine if you run a business on your road, you can make your room as a place to keep products. So there is no need of paying rent or taxes. Yes.
Will large shopping malls continue to be popular despite the growth of internet shopping?
I have to say that internet shopping couldn't take place of shops, because although it's modern, it's convenient and safer, but it doesn't have the services that could be offered by human in person only. Like for example, if you want to buy foods for your families, making sure they are all fresh is utterly important, which cannot be done on the internet.
What about some other stores in shopping malls besides grocery stores?
Pardon, can you repeat the question?
What about some other stores like shoe stores or electronic stores in shopping malls? Will they continue to be popular?
Yes, I think they will definitely continue to grow in the future. And now, in my opinion, they all have their own benefits, and so it is definitely continue to develop rapidly in the future.
Do you think that some businesses, for example, banks and travel agents, will only operate online in the future?
That's an interesting question, I suppose. But I completely disagree with this point of view, because all those online shoppings had a lot of benefits, but it also had its own drawbacks. Many customers tend to choose and buy things which are presented in front of their eyes. So I think a number of businesses should expand their market on the internet in addition to their original one, rather than operating online only.
Okay, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Yes. I'm quite satisfied with the performance and the test today, even though I have to struggle with some unfamiliar topics.